Hey, welcome. This is Albi. You were intrigued, right? And absolutely, I'm still sticking with my promise. In this video, I'm going to show you how you might have lost $320 in just last 1 year. And as I said, you might have been losing money like this since from 5 years, 10 years, or I don't know how many years, but this video will tell you exactly how you are losing money. And not only that, after this video, hopefully you will be able to explore some solutions that will help you to prevent losing money like this. Alright, so I don't want to take much of time from you right now, but hop on. I'll show you how you might have lost money just last year, 320 bucks. By the way, after watching this video, I have a button for you down this video which will take you to another video about how money works, because most of the time we work hard for money but we never tend to learn how can money work for us. That's why I made another special video just for you to learn about how we can make, or how you can make money work for you instead of always working for it. So don't forget to click that button. There is no any string attached to it, okay? All you have to do is click that button below this video to access another video, and you will be prompted to put your name and email address. That's it. You're gonna have another video in which I'm going to talk how an ordinary person like you and me can make a small amount that we are saving every day work for us instead of always working for it. So without further ado, just hop on. Let's go through that less than 10 minutes video in which I'm going to prove how you might have potentially lost $320 in just past 1 year. Hey, this is Albi, and today I want to talk about one specific topic which is very interesting, but at the same time many people, they don't understand about this. So I decided to make a short video and talk about this particular topic, hoping that it will help a lot of people to understand this specific topic. So to get started, let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard anyone saying, if you are just saving, you're losing? If so, have you ever wondered what does it mean? For many people out there, it does not make sense at all, right? So let's go deep down and find out what it really means. If anyone is saying that if you are just saving, you're losing, that means they're talking about a silent and blatant killer of wealth accumulation, which is inflation. Now here is a question. What is inflation? Inflation is the rise in prices of goods and services over time. When prices increase, your purchasing power decreases. For example, let's say if the inflation rate is 3.5%, your $100 today will only be worth $96.50 next year. Now, when inflation happens, or what triggers inflation? Inflation happens when a country prints more money than it earns. So it's very straight and forward to understand, right? The result is everybody will lose some value of their money. Some refer to inflation as a hidden tax also. Now, inflation is a major factor to consider when you build up your financial future. For instance, if you put your money in an account with a zero rate of return, its value will certainly decline in a long run. In the last 100 years, from 1914 to 2014, the US inflation rate averaged 3.32%. Let's put things in perspective so that we can have a clear concept of how this inflation could impact our wealth accumulation process. So let's take a look at the prices of some basic items over time. The average cost of new home back in 1970s used to be $23,450. But back in 90s, it became $123,000, and eventually in 2013, it became $289,500. Similarly, the cost of new car back in 1970s used to be $3,400, but coming back to 90s, it became $16,950, and eventually in 2013, it became $31,352. Likewise, a loaf of bread back in 1970s used to be 25 cents, but in 90s it became 70 cents, and 2013 it became $1.98. And last that I want to show you is wages. Back in 70s, people used to have in average $9,400 wages, but in 90s it became $28,960, and eventually in 2013 it became $44,321. So let me ask you a question. What will your $100 do in next 20 years? Assuming the inflation rate is 3%. If you have $100 right now, 5 years from now, your $100 purchasing power will decrease to $86. That means whatever the value of $100 that you have right now will decrease to $86 5 years down the road. To say it in another way, you have to have $116 to buy things which is worth $200 today. From 10 years from now, the value of that $100 will decrease to $74, which means you have to have $134 10 years from now to buy things which is worth $200 today. And if you go on 15 years, the value of $100 that you have today will be $64, and you have to have $156 to buy the same thing which is worth $200 today. How about 20 years from now? If the inflation rate is just 3%, 20 years down the road, your $100 today will have its value $55. That means you will have to have $181 to buy things which is worth $200 today. Now, can you imagine how this inflation can impact your money or your wealth accumulation process? To take this little further, let's say you plan to retire with $4,000 income per month in today's value. Now, 20 years later, at 3% inflation rate, you will need to have $7,224 per month to maintain the same purchasing power. So, my question here to every one of you is, are you prepared for it? Do you think that you should save more and spend less? Hey, I understand for many of you, all the facts and the question that I am asking here might seem really insignificant for the timing. But look, this is what I know. By the time you realize everything that I'm talking right now, you might not have enough time left to make up all these things for your financial future. That is why I tell you this. You either choose to be financially educated right now, or be prepared to have some kind of excuses to clarify your next generation why you were never presented with some kind of opportunity to learn about personal finance so that your situation would be different. By the way, I'm not giving any kind of financial, tax, or legal advice through this video. This video is absolutely for educational purpose only. However, if you want to learn more about personal finance and various aspects of personal finance, I'll leave a link above or below this video so that you can catch on to all those information. All right, awesome. Did you see how you might have lost that money? Let's do the math here. If you have $10,000 that you saved in your saving account or checking account, or sometimes you might have put under your mattress, just thinking that you want to save it for future, right? So if you have saved $10,000 last year, because of average inflation rate of 3.32%, you already lost $320 value from that $10,000 after 1 year. That's what I showed you in that video, right? So that's how we are losing money. I hope you got that point, right? And I hope I was able to prove you how you might have lost $320 just in last 1 year. I don't know how many people are losing money like that just because of inflation. Hey, two of the biggest factors that are impacting our wealth building process are inflation and tax. Of course, I'm not going to talk about tax right now, but if you look at just inflation alone, we're losing a lot of value from our money that we are accumulating for a long run. So there should be a way how we can prevent losing the value of that money we are saving for our future, right? Of course. That's why I highly recommend you to click the button below this video, which will take you to another video that I specifically made for you just to provide information about how can we make money work for us. And later on, I'll have other videos where I'm going to teach how ordinary people like you and me can get smart about money and be our own money manager so that we can move ourselves from financial insecurity to financial independence. Because my mission is to help build and protect wealth for families. And if that is you who is in need of that, I'm ready to help you out with the knowledge and expertise that I have in last 7 years. I've been working as a financial professional since from last 7 years. I'm ready to provide you all the knowledge and experience that I have so that you will have the same opportunity like many wealthy people out there. With that, if you have any thoughts about the video just you watch, please leave a comment below. Okay, that might be anything. It might be some good comments, it might be some other thoughts that you have about this video. That will make me happy. And if you have any questions, leave down to that comment box and I'll try to answer it as soon as possible. With that, thank you so much for your time. Again, don't forget to go down this video and click that button to access another video. I'll see you next time.